and welcome to I'm a Celebrity South Africa, the podcast with me, former Queen of the Jungle Scarlett Moffatt, and my lovely friend...
Top 5, campmate, Seann Walsh.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I don't know why, but every time you say top 5, because I feel really harsh that I'm like Queen, like
That's
former
fine.
Queen, and then you're like, oh, I was top 5.
No, what I like is how like Queen of the Jungle, me, Scarlett Moffatt, and my little friend.
You added the little in.
And my little friend who I picked up off the street, he was out there, he looked a bit lost. And I said, come in, Sean, do you want to do a little podcast with me?
Did I say little friend? Sorry, I said little friend.
I'm not sure. Thank you, my queen, for having me. Now, it's the penultimate episode. We've only got 2 more to go.
It's crazy, but I'm like sad because I'll miss seeing your face, but equally, I'm excited to see who actually wins, who is crowned the first ever legend.
Yeah. Well, first off, you're not going to miss my little face because I'm coming round.
Okay, that's good then.
I'm moving in.
Yay. We could just watch all of I'm a Celebrity on repeat constantly. That'd be lovely.
Yes, from series 1 all the way to the
22.
End. But yeah, but like you say, we're 2 episodes away from finding out who the king or queen of the bush is.
I know. It went so quick, this series, I think. This is genuinely...
Yes.
And like, you know how much of a massive fan I am of the show. This has genuinely been my favourite, like, ever.
Absolutely, because there's been so many new elements.
I get to see all of my old favourites. So it's like, I don't know, it's just amazing. Like, I get to see all the people that I loved watching all the time. But I just can't call it. I genuinely don't know who's going to win.
I've no idea. Absolutely no idea. But also, unlike with, the previous jungles, not only do we not know who is going to win, we don't know how they're going to win, which is new. It's brand new to I'm a Celeb.
It's so excited.
I think we should talk about the awful way that people had to leave the bush.
What, as in... the fact that, like, all of the friends from the camp are just gathered around, like, this is the person we're going to save. It's not you, hun. It's brutal. It is absolutely brutal. And the fact they've left us on a cliffhanger again. Like, I wish they would... Now, I used to like the cliffhangers. Now I'm like, will you just tell us, please? Because I'm not sleeping on a night. I'm anxiety-ridden.
I know. But also, the cliffhanger was caused by... Paul Burrell's 2-hour... It's like, why is Paul Burrell pausing? Why is Paul pausing and building up the suspense? It's like, you're not the host. Just say it. For this one, we have to say... What do you think it is? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? That's Anton Deck's job to build up the suspense. He's really got stuck in. He's like, right, I'm taking host job here. I'm filling the boots. Yeah. Everyone decided pretty quickly, I think it's fair enough, that it was Jordan should stay and I think Fatima would stay, didn't they? They said those two.
It's sort of between Mylene and Phil, really, isn't it?
It was between Mylene and Phil. And they were talking about, like, how much fight Mylene has given, what all the things that she's been through to get this far. And Shaun Ryder's just still going, I still go Phil.
Yeah, that's what I love.
I still go Phil. That Phil's my mate, it's just Phil. Yeah. No, Phil. Like, literally could have said there were some children drowning in one of the streams and Mylene jumped into the stream to save the children and she fought off a crocodile as well. There was a child's head inside the crocodile, but she managed to hold open the crocodile's mouth and she took the child out and she managed to save them and feed them and give them life. Yeah, but I just like Phil as my mate, yeah. I'll go with Phil.
At least he could remember his name this time because he did struggle in the jungle. I was thinking, I hope he can differentiate against the names of the people. I hope he's not going to go, which one's that again?
Yeah.
Because it had been a while since he'd been in there, do you know what I mean? He was the first to go. I was a bit worried that he would forget forget the names. But
I know, yeah.
if anything,
forget where he was.
He's loyal.
I've got lost. I popped out to the off license and ended up in like a bush in South Africa. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who that is. I think that was Liam Gallagher.
That was Liam Gallagher. But at least he's consistently loyal, isn't he? If we can say one thing about him, he's consistently loyal, which is lovely.
He's loyal, and I love him to bits. And I'm glad we got to talk to him as well.
Yeah,
lovely talking to Seann Walsh.
Yeah, it was
coming up. I'm coming up.
It was crazy. It was a crazy interview, that one.
That was a mad interview.
If you haven't listened to that, please actually go back and listen to us have a chat with Gillian McKeith and Sean Ryder, because it was one of the weirdest experiences of my life. They were flirting with each other,
yes.
Yeah. They
were. Who would you have got? Go on. Who would you... I know it's difficult, and obviously we don't envy anyone having to make that decision. Sorry, I just burped as I said decision.
That's all right.
I'm so sorry. That was so unprofessional.
The thing is...
I meant decision.
The thing is, so it's Fatima, Mylene, Jordan and Phil. Now, for me, maybe I would take a little bit of a different approach, and for me personally, Phil's already got a title. He's already a king of the jungle. You know, so I just think maybe, you know, let somebody else have the opportunity to win a title. That's if I was in there, that's how I would feel. I would be like, I'll sacrifice myself because I've already got a title. It's just greedy to be like, you know, a king and a legend.
Yes.
So I think I'd just be like, yeah, just get rid of me, guys. I just feel like they're dropping like flies now. Like, obviously, Carol and Paul had to go. They just, you know, rode away on a boat together into the sunset, which was magical. But I was like...
I've got to say, Scarlett, they were useless at that trial. They were absolutely useless.
I'll be honest, though. Paul was starting to do me head in a bit when he kept saying, I can't swim. Like, so I can't put my head in the water. I'm like... I don't think you quite understand. Like, surely he's bobbed for apples at Halloween. Like, was he that kid that was like, sorry, guys, I can't actually bob for apples because I can't swim? Like, what? What are you talking about, man? What? If I was in there, I would... Not a lot gets me riled up, but the amount of times that he said that, I'd have been like, Paul, you haven't got your swim trunks on or your armbands. You're just sticking your head in the water. How'd you get a bath? Do you go in the shower? How'd you wash your hair? Like, you're getting your face wet at some point in your life. Stop talking ridiculous.
Calling up sick at work because it's raining.
Yeah, I can't go into
There's going to be too many puddles on the way to work, and I'm just not risking it.
Imagine him in a car wash. Imagine, like, he'd just be a mess, wouldn't he? He needs to go and, you know, the Speakmans who can sort people's, like, phobias out and stuff. He needs to have, like, a little session with the Speakmans to sort.
He does. I've never heard of the Speakmans. I don't know.
They're like a couple, and they do loads of stuff on ITV where they you know, where they sort of like stop people. Like, if you're scared of custard, they'll like put you in a bath of custard, and then you're not scared of custard anymore. It's like that sort of stuff. But
of course I know the Speakmans. I forgot about them for a minute, and I thought it was like some sort of cult. Like, you have to join, like the Masons, like the Speakmans. They need to go. He needs to go see the Speakmans.
He just needs help.
Yes, he does.
But then Grapegate happened, and I feel like it was the Amir Khan strawberries all over again. I mean, I feel like I'm a Celebrity, the Bush is being a little bit harsh now. You know, I'm not being funny. They had to eat eyeballs, fish eyes, keep the fish eye juice in the mouth.
That was disgusting.
Spit it out, then swallow it again. Let them have a couple of grapes.
That was absolutely disgusting.
And the fact they got penalised, Sean, they only won 3 stars or whatever it was, and then they got a star taken away from them, and then they got antelope neck.
Bill couldn't eat it.
I'm not surprised. Like, it did look like it had been already eaten. It was Fatima taking herself off and just licking it and gnawing at the bone for like half an hour.
Oh my God.
She was in her element.
She was like, you know, like when in a film where you see like a street dog like behind like some bins in an alley, just like munching, or a vulture just munching on a dead body. That was mad.
Yeah, actually, Yeah. She loved it though. She
doesn't care, does she?
Nah. And
I'll tell you what, if the bush went on another few more days, I reckon she would have gone at Phil.
Just gnawing at Phil's leg.
Gabby. Yeah.
And I feel like as well, like the bush people, ITV, the bush people, like as if it wasn't like rubbing salt in the wound enough, they then give them 3 grapes as dessert. Just 3. I was like, is this real life? I thought it was really mean.
I know.
Really, really mean.
It is mean, but I love watching it.
Yeah. And Sean, you're off to speak to some interesting people, I hear.
I am. That's the thing. Obviously, it's sad to see them leave, but the bonus is that we then get to talk to them. I'm going to go and have a chat to Carol and Paul to see how their experience was for them.
Oh, well, tell my little camp mum, Carol, that I said hello, please.
I will do. Shall I also send you your love to Paul?
Yeah.
If I remember. Hello, Carol and Paul. Thank you so much for joining me.
Hello. Hi, Sean.
Hello. Carol, I'm going to start with you. You were the first in there. The obvious question that everyone asks is, it's been a long time since you were last in the jungle.
Yeah.
What massive feat to go in there twice. What was the biggest difference between then and now?
I think the heat in that camp, it's very different camp, that one. Because the one in Australia, as you know full well, it's like in a natural ravine.
Yes.
So there's like wind coming through, lovely breeze coming through.
Yes.
You can see the sky.
Oh, I'm missing it now. Yeah.
It is lovely. I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
Whereas the one in South Africa, as Paul knows only too well, obviously, it's almost like a circle.
Okay.
And no heat can escape.
Oh, well, so the main difference this time round was temperature.
Yes.
Yes.
Paul, would you agree?
Well, actually, no, people. And everybody was professional. Really, you look at everybody in the jungle, they're all truly professionals in their own fields.
Yes.
Would you say your screaming and shrieking was professional?
Well, you see, the thing is, like the Australian jungle, you don't get to see the trials that other people do. You only get to listen to what they have to say. So, of course, nobody really heard me screaming and shouting and whatever because they weren't all there. You saw that. You saw that.
We did. We had to turn it down. Everyone was turning down their tellies.
I think we were all in there because we all had something individual to bring. And that quality all mashed together gave us an incredible jungle this time. Of course, Carol in her bikinis. Wow.
Yes, we saw them. You should put them up for auction now, Carol. I think you'd get a few bob.
So, do you reckon?
I do.
All the dads watching at home.
Even I tell you what.
I bet you've had some mail.
The first one was on. When the first one was on, even I went, bloody hell, they're big. Woo! I did. I was like shocked.
I think they're even bigger this time.
I don't know how.
I'm not joining in on this topic of conversation.
I was quite shocked.
I haven't seen curves like that for a very long time.
Oh my God!
Carol.
Paul's going back the other way. What's happened? Carol, listen to me.
The contraband incident.
Oh, the contraband.
Gillian.
And the coffee. And what they didn't show was with your coffee.
Tell us, what didn't they show?
Tell us who actually drank the coffee.
Well, you see, I took the little sachet of coffee in. You know, with those little pencil things that you find from the hotel.
We saw little Paul. We could see them from Google Earth. You brought in your own Starbucks.
Yes, but Janice, I knew that she was the oldest person in the jungle, and I thought, wouldn't it be nice just to give her a few granules in hot water in the morning? And if you didn't see her sat by the campfire with this cup of hot water going,
yeah.
Oh.
What's the...
So she had...
Paul didn't even have the coffee.
Hang on a second. Hang on. Just to be clear, did Janice know that she was having coffee? Or did you...
Of course she did.
Oh, good. I thought you were spiking Janice Dickinson with caffeine.
No.
Oh, my... Thank God.
No,
Okay.
She loved it. And she kept quiet. She never said a word to anybody. She didn't even defend me when I had to come out with my coffee gate. Oh, I felt totally shamed by the whole incident, though, because...
We saw that in the camp that you didn't like people being shamed.
And look at the fingers pointing. I mean, Fats.
You are.
Fats saying,
yes.
You brought the shame on yourself.
Oh, God.
Oh.
She was strident in there.
Yes,
very strict, very hard on the rules.
But in defence of Fats,
we love
big
Fats,
defense,
don't worry.
We absolutely
love Fats.
Yeah.
That is the only time that Fatima was like that. And she was exhausted, Paul, wasn't she?
She was. And she did come to me the next day and say, sat with me and said, oh, mate, I'm sorry. It's just the way I am. I'm used to this world of rules and not breaking the rules.
One of the great things about I'm a Celeb and the camp is that you get to hear people's backgrounds and their backstory, and it goes on to explain a little bit as to why people are the way they are. And it was really wonderful to hear Fatima's. Carol, you really got on with Fatima. You seem to have a special bond.
I got on with everyone, but then, like, when you have that many people, a baker's dozen, 13.
Yes.
There obviously are some that you get on with, like, they're special.
Of course.
So, Helen, Mylene I've known for years, so let's just...
park that. We'll park that. We could see that.
I first met Mylene when she was 9 years old, I think. And
Lord.
And I was hosting a science show on BBC Two called Take Nobody's Word for It.
I remember it.
Do you remember it?
Of course.
A little science show. And we had a paper engineering competition for kids. And she applied and she won one of the awards. So there's actually a photo of me, aged 28 or whatever, presenting this thing to this tiny little primary school age Mylene class. Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. So, of course, her aside, you picked up a special bond with Fatima and Helen. That was kind of those were your girls.
Helen, and my other girl is him down there, Paul.
Now, Paul, you're being very honest with us, which we appreciate. But tell me, come on now. I'm going to be honest with you. I called this after the first episode. I said I think Paul is a bit, and I love you for this, by the way.
Okay.
So don't worry.
Go on.
I think you're a bit of a stirrer. Come on.
Am I?
You're a bit of a stirrer.
What?
No,
am
you're
I?
not. Oh, maybe it was just me. No, and I meant it in a good way. So don't get paranoid. Don't start screaming.
But who am I staring?
No, I'll explain to you. You know.
Yeah, you explain.
Do you remember when not everyone in the group knew the beef between Seann and Gillian?
Yes.
And it just seemed to me like you really enjoyed explaining that to everyone. That's all I mean. Don't worry.
I'd never met them. No. I think you're wrong. I never met. Don't stop it. No. Carol.
I've got video footage. Oh my God. Everyone stop the shit. Carol's bosoms have knocked over the microphone. Oh my Lord, the paintings are falling down.
No.
This one. We'd always be doing, what was her name?
Sissy and Ada.
Sissy and Ada.
You didn't see that, so Carol and I sat on the log going, oh, great. And we were, you don't see any of that. We were Sissy and Ada. But getting back to your original question with Seann, I mean, what an unlikely person to pair me up with, Seann Ryder.
Yes.
I would never have met Seann Ryder in the big wide world.
And that's the great thing about the camp. Yeah,
the first thing he said to me was, he shook my hand, he said, hello, mate. He said, I'm Uncle Fester and you're Buzz Lightyear. So we got on great from there on.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And he's got a lovely, lovely soul. Lovely soul.
Oh, he really does. Yes.
Every other word is
you.
effing this and effing that. I don't do the effing jeffing. He does all the effing jeffing, and it was funny. I thought he was really funny. I was sorry to see him go so soon.
Yeah,
I know it was a bit too soon.
Yeah,
Paul,
was...
for you've said that the biggest difference was the people between the two series, and obviously Phil. You didn't know Phil in the first time round. Phil was in this one.
Yes.
I mean, we know how much of a difficult choice it is. No one envied any of you when you had to make that choice about who goes and who stays, and it was awful. And I think it was between Joe, Dean, and Phil. And you went for Phil. And what was it just random, or what was it that made you make that decision?
My reasoning behind nominating Phil was that he'd been king before.
Yeah, that's right.
There's time to give someone else a chance.
That's totally fair enough.
But it reflected badly on us. And you remember that Phil went off on one. He wasn't happy with that.
He wasn't happy, but remember, we know, I know what it's like in there. You've not eaten, you're tired, you're emotionally, you're unstable in there. So, Phil wouldn't hold that against you.
No, he didn't. But at the time, everything is sharpened, isn't it? Everything's heightened. You're hungry. You've got decisions to make. You've got to choose somebody, and whoever you choose, it's a poison chalice because.
Absolutely.
You don't want to nominate. And when we had to nominate someone to leave the camp, whoa, it broke my heart because the only way I could get around that is the fact that, Emir whispered into my ear when we had a little quiet moment together.
Yes.
And
it was the first time. It was the first.
Was that after he said that? Actually, you got a good body on you there.
Yes.
A wonderful body.
So we got quite close after that, and I used to give him rations of my food because I thought he was a little bit.
Did you not see that episode, Carol? Paul was He was sneaking in protein shake as contraband. And he was feeding Amir Khan protein bars,
Amir is
chicken
the
pasta.
cheekiest little monkey.
Yes.
I love
Do you know another thing about the jungle is everybody was safe in their own skins. Everybody was safe in their sexuality. So we could have this banter. We could joke. And Amir would put his arm around me and I could put my arm around him. Oh, yes. I got more out of it than Amir did. But let me just finish that because he whispered in my ear.
Did he? Are you making this up?
No, I'm not. I want to go.
Yeah,
I want to go.
Oh, okay.
So I said, no, you're not going. I'm not letting you go. He says, I want to go. Honestly,
I really want to.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking your time out to come and speak to me. I'm so grateful.
We loved it.
Thank you, Sean.